Penn State firing their longtime coach, James Franklin, after 3-3 start. Now, everything I talk about will be in the description box. Click the links and let you try to learn where I get my information. But in the landscape of the college football playoff, starting like this, a lot of coaches are going to start getting let go a little bit earlier, from my opinion, because now that we're in a playoff situation and teams that don't show any major improvement, especially him being around as this long, I'm going to give it's going to be something else, but I'm going to give a couple of examples of why James Franklin was fired, and I'm going to talk about a couple of coaches that are pretty much are going to be in that situation very soon. And one especially that was already in that situation. And I'm going to give an example. But anyway, James Franklin has been there for a while. And what is happening, especially with LSU? Brian Kelly, he was with Notre Dame for a good stint. He did just enough and won just enough to make himself look like he was something. They fired him, and instantly the new coach comes in, and he brought him to a playoff, and they look really good year after year now. Another one that I was mistaken was Mario Cristobal with the Ducks. Did just enough but lost very important games. Got promoted to, or I guess you could say a lateral move, a promotional to where he wanted to go with Miami. Now he stepped up, and they look unbeatable, but he didn't do that with Oregon. Chip Kelly, kind of the same thing. Couldn't get over the hump to win a big one. He got a couple of conference championships, but it's kind of the repetitive thing. You're going to get what you get with certain coaches. James Franklin is the prime example. And in my previous video, I even said the Ducks look just like the situation of Penn State. And they look like Penn State. Because why? As much as I hate to say Dan Lanning, he can't beat Washington to get over his issue. He lost to him back-to-back. And he stalled out in the playoff against the team they already beat. So I'm looking at all these coaches and saying, okay, how much more are they going to take? I hate to say Deion Sanders, how much mediocrity are you going to take before you let him go? Yeah, I know Colorado is a certain type of criteria of coach, and he's bringing a lot of news to him. But James Franklin's the same thing. How much can you take before you let him go? Well, we're going to listen to this. It's just a very interesting way to put it. So without further ado.
Penn State fires James Franklin. I totally shocked by this. Totally surprised by it. Overreaction by Penn State? Yeah. Big time overreaction by Penn State.
No, not really.
I'm not a Penn State fan. I'm not rooting for Penn State. Last year when Penn State made the college football playoff, there were a lot of people that were DMing me, death threats and things like that, because a lot of times I'll tweet out when they lose big games to top 10 teams. Then they're like, see, screw you. Franklin is a good coach. So now is he not a good coach? The entire Nittany Lion fan base turned against him because of 6 games. Yeah, 6 bad games. It was a bad season. Bad last 3 weeks. What about what he's done before that? He was in the college football playoff last year. The biggest reason why Penn State sucks this year, their quarterback stinks. Corrales has done nothing this year. He's bad. Now he's out for the season. So big time overreaction by Penn State. And ultimately, what does it matter? They'll hire another coach and they'll probably still be Penn State. But man, after 6 games, because they were chanting fire Franklin, and maybe as I read today, Adidas, the shoe money wanted Franklin gone and they're going to pay that big buyout that he has. I don't know, but Franklin had a really good run at Penn State. He was in the college football playoff last year and 3-3 this season, and he's already getting fired. Next year, if he did it again, makes sense. End of the year, okay. Not even allowing him to finish the season seems crazy to me.
No, not really.
Penn State.
Not really, because he didn't win anything else. I mean, Big 12, Big 10, whatever that's called, with 25 teams in it. You can only do so much without winning a national championship, especially when you got the big ballers of Ohio State blowing everybody out and blowing them away. Ohio State will probably end up winning it again too. But Ryan Day is doing exactly what he's there for. He's winning it all. You don't need a conference championship when you can win it all. But yeah, I just wanted to bring this because I do like me some college football. But yeah, the buyout. Don't worry, James Franklin is close to $50 million. He's going to be getting in cash. So hey, good for him. But y'all have a good one. And yeah, these mediocre coaches that I talked about earlier. I'm not saying Dan Lanning is mediocre, but he has a certain thing. He shouldn't have went down to the Hoosiers at home. It's this type of stuff that's going to get coaches fired or on hot seats. But yeah, y'all have a good one.